Good starts here.
Because of you.
Good starts here because of you.
Good starts here
because of you.
Do the right thing for the right reason. It's a quote you may have heard Carol Gonzales say before, but more importantly, it's one she lives by. Carol has been with the City of Shawnee for nearly 20 years. She started here in 1998 and has become a true pillar of our community.
Carol is a very influential leader. She cares a lot about community. She cares about service in as much depth as anybody I've ever worked with.
She has had a tremendous influence on everything, and I think her legacy will be felt for a long time.
Dedicated, passionate, and driven. All words that keep popping up when people talk about Carol and the impact she's had on Shawnee.
She's knowledgeable, she's fun, she's funny. The best definition I can give for Carol is she's real.
I always felt like, you know, she was very passionate about Shawnee. She always was very supportive. She was always very good to make you feel that, you know, what you were doing was important.
Carol's leadership is legendary, and to say she's leaving a lasting legacy is an understatement. Just ask those who've had the opportunity to work day in and day out with her.
We hit a home run. We hired Carol Gonzales. It wasn't just a home run, I call it a grand slam.
She cares, but she's also willing to accept responsibility.
We all sometimes make mistakes, and I certainly have sometimes, and you know, the fact that she always made me feel that, you know, she would, you know, be supportive regardless. I mean, obviously point out when you had a mistake, but you always knew that she had your back.
I do solemnly swear, good starts here because of you.
Good starts here because of you.
You've impacted hundreds of employees' lives through the years. Good starts here because of you.
Carol has a knack for navigating difficult decisions with grace. Collaboration and inspiring people to work together are also keys to Carol's success.
She's left us in really good shape as far as infrastructure and taking care of our streets and our stormwater. She's told that story over and over and over again and gotten people to understand how important it is to our community.
She was the person that made things go. You have to have that person that's the motivator, the communicator, the person that people can come to get answers to problems, and she was a great problem solver.
And then there are the things you can't really teach someone. Carol's commitment and passion for Shawnee are unmatched.
She's created a culture in this city of people who care about people, and that's what public service is all about.
And that's the legacy that she's left, is that we as an organization care about the people in the community and the people that work here. And because of that, I think it's a better place. Shawnee's a better place.
The caring part is really important in the leadership. People understand that. And then what that does is, in a leadership sense, that leads to trust.
The best story I had with Carol, and it probably was shortly after I started, it was the first or second year, I don't know how many of you had it, at the Scarecrow Festival, which has grown into a huge event, but this is kind of when it was new and all that. So the event starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and Carol just happened to be in her office that Saturday morning working, and so it was probably within 15 or 20 minutes, I had a line of probably 250 kids. So she runs out, you know, and jumps right in, and man, it was like we were slammed for 3 hours straight, but, you know, jumped in and helped me, and I just, that's always stuck in my mind.
Well, we just had a fall family event, and more people came than had RSVP'd. So good thing, lots of people were here. Bad thing, we didn't have enough food. Carol got wind of this, got in her car, went down the street, got the food, bagged it up, distributed it to families, all without having to be asked.
Good starts here because of you.
Good starts here because of you.
Good starts here because of you.
Carol's list of accomplishments and honors has gotten awfully long over the years, from being named the Shawnee Chamber of Commerce's Citizen of the Year in 2010 to winning the esteemed Edwin Osteen Award for Managerial Excellence in 2012. Carol's impact has reached far and wide in our community.
We all know that good starts here. Well, actually, good starts with Carol Gonzales. You know, my belief is that in city government, the city manager is the leader, and I always felt that way.
Carol allows employees to make decisions based on their individual areas of expertise, and that's empowering.
By far, her integrity stands out the most. I've learned so much from her, but the integrity she had to work on very complex, very tense economic development projects was something that'll stick with me always.
Today's society, people have really negative feelings about government. We don't want to be that, we aren't that, and so sometimes you have to go the extra mile really to counter that negative perception that people come in with. And we have such good people that work here that the way you counter that is with honest, consistent, good information over and over and over.
Good starts here
because of you.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
We thank you, Carol, for serving our city for nearly 2 decades and for being a leader so many people look up to. When we say good starts here because of you, we mean it.
I want to wish her the best of luck. I want her to know that she has made an outstanding impact on not just this department, but the whole organization and the whole City of Shawnee as well. It's my belief that the City of Shawnee will feel the positive impact of Carol's leadership for years to come.
You should always remember the impact you've had for economic development, and that there's families across this city and across this region that have a better livelihood and a better quality of life because of the work that you've done.
I wish you all the best in your new challenge, and I am convinced that you will close Shawnee and the sister cities forever in your heart.
I would like to thank you from the deepest of my heart for being my friend for 24 years, as well as a constant sponsor of all the projects we conducted throughout the years since the wonderful Shawnee Effort Twinning program was kicked off.
I am excited about your opportunity with MARC, and I hope that you find this is going to be an amazing opportunity for you.
Shawnee was lucky to have you for so many years, and MARC is very, very lucky to have you, and we're very happy that you'll continue to serve in some capacity to help the communities in the metropolitan area.
What comes to mind most is the idea that certainly what I see as a loss for our community, and a community that I'm very passionate about promoting. I see the good news with that. That's probably the bad news. The good news is that I see, again, kind of going back to tourism being a very regional thing and all that, that it's going to be a great asset to all the communities now that she'll be serving.
You hear the old saying that if you hear something that's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Not with Carol Gonzales. You have done what very few people could do. You have built this city into what it is today.
Shawnee is a very genuine and authentic place, and it allows people just be themselves, and they get along with each other. We have our ups, we have our downs, and we all in the end are working towards the same end of making Shawnee a really great place and having a good quality of life, raising good families. It's just a really good place to be.
This is the whole group.
Whole group.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Are we ready?
Is it a yell or just to say it?
Where are we looking?
Everybody say it all at once.
Yeah. So let's do that in 3, 2, 1.
Good starts here.
But not here.
Hold on. Stacy had something on her foot.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1.
Good starts here, Shane.
Oh, come on.
Well, the good starts here.
Flippers at the end. 3, 2, 1.
Good starts here because of you.
Yeah, I'm supposed to keep looking at the camera, aren't I? I get done, I look up. Look, squirrel.
We all go, good starts here because of you. But we all say it.
Can we do that creepy face? Ooh, yeah, do the blue steel face like that. Okay, it's really good.
The what? What was that?
The creepy face. In 3, 2, 1.
Good starts here.
We couldn't have timed that any better.
Thank you, Carol.
Did you do it?
She did it.
Yeah, and it was Pam.
My favorite part was the action with it. I know, there was like
It was like, it's to you.
You've impacted hundreds of employees' lives through the years. Good starts here because of you.
Okay,
We're going to be on the outtake video.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Carol.
I did. I went.
Did you?
I'm not going to kiss.
Okay, we good?
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. All right.
All right.